probably think I look a bit grumpy, don't you? Well, I am a bit grumpy. I'm not usually this grumpy unless I'm wearing new uncomfortable underwear. Which I am. I'm not. Don't wear underwear. I used to not wear underwear. I'm old now. I need it. It's true, man. It's not so much, to keep me warm. It's just to gather it all together. Well, you never know. You start getting old, everything leaves you. Yeah, no, I'll tell you why I'm grumpy, if I can remember. Oh, yeah. Do you know what I have to do tomorrow? I've got a press conference with the television critics of America. That's exactly how I feel about it. Because they're going to ask me awkward questions like, is that true about your underwear? They might ask for a photograph or something. But the critics is a very hotly contested... It happens every year on television. You have to go and, kiss the ass of the critics. And this year, there's a lot of bloggers and a lot of regular newspapers. Back... a lot of you kids won't remember this. Back in history, there used to be... you used to get your blog on a piece of paper every day. At a store. Nobody remembers it. The only people who remember it are the people who are wearing underwear to keep everything together. All right, we'll be back with the big show.
It's hard to stay up, it's been a long, long day, and you've got the Sandman at your door. But hang on, leave the TV on, and let's do it anyway. It's okay, tomorrow's just your future yesterday.
Ladies and gentlemen, Craig Ferguson.
Hi! Hello! How are you? Come on in. All right. Welcome to Los Angeles, California. Welcome to the Late Late Show. I am your host, TV's Craig Ferguson. All right. That's enough. All right. All right, that's enough. Everybody knows you're faking it now. You totally gave it away. Now they know you've been warmed up by a professional warm-up comedian. It's a great day for America, everybody. Barack Obama starts work in 1 week, and President Bush is giving his farewell address tomorrow night. It's going to air on the three major TV networks and NBC. It'll be on NBC as well. Because they... never mind. Anyway, but this is what happened, right? Barack Obama starts next week. Iranian protesters took to the streets today, and they were burning posters of Barack Obama. I'm thinking, oh, come on! He's not even in office yet. I don't even think these guys are angry. I think they just like fire. I think what's happening is it's winter in Iran, they're cold, and they're like, oh, come on. No one will know. I know that's the wrong accent, but I don't do the right accent. Oh, foreigners with their accents, I can't keep up. Anyway, because the inauguration's coming, and the website Craigslist is flooded with ads from men who are looking for dates to the inauguration. And I'm thinking, whatever happened to the good old Washington tradition of getting a hooker? I guess that went with Clinton, really, didn't it? Now, earlier tonight, because this show is live, of course, earlier tonight, knock it off. Earlier tonight, TV's most popular show returned, American Idol. More people watched American Idol tonight than watched the moon landing. Now, that's not true, but if it was true... Do you know that they shoot American Idol right on the soundstage next door from here? That all these people that are in the audience tonight are the people that didn't get into American Idol. I'm not kidding you. No. You know, they also shot the moon landing on that same stage. I'm kidding, Buzz Aldrin. Do you know what? If you say the moon landing wasn't real, Buzz Aldrin comes to your house and slaps you really hard. That's why I keep saying it. They really do tape American Idol right next to their studio. If you listen closely, you can hear the sound of dreams being crushed. Or maybe that's just the sound of Paula Abdul talking. Yes. Oh, come on. I like the way she talks. It has that relaxed cadence that just says Percocet. Anyway... For legal reasons, that's not true. Anyway, American Idol, of course, are shaking things up this season. They've introduced a fourth judge. I know, I am also not really concerned. But for the sake of TV, I'll be angry about it. I don't give a rat's ass either. But wait a minute, what the hell do they think they're doing? What do they think they're doing? Can they do that? Why are they doing this? Can they break up the camaraderie of Simon and Randy and Paula, who get on very well? They don't get on at all, actually. They argue as much as the Jonas Brothers do after they hit the crack pipe. Well, you buying that clean living crap? Come on! For legal reasons, that's also not true. You know, when I saw the new judge, I saw the photographs of the new judge sitting next to Paula Abdul, I thought it was just a nurse. Wake up, Paula, it's your turn. It's a joke. Anyway, the new judge is a record producer. She's a songwriter and producer. Her name is Cara Diogardi, something like that. Anyway, it's Cara. She's worked with them all. She worked with Hilary Duff, Ashley Simpson, Celine Dion. So there you are. I wonder if she invented the Celine Dion chest bump. You know that? I think Celine Dion looks like she's in the French-Canadian Crips or something like that. You don't know me. Suspiciously like the wrong accent for the Iranian protesters. I wonder how the new judge will get along with Simon. You know, people give Simon crap, you know, for being mean, but I've got to be honest, I like him. I like Simon. He's the one, because he's honest. That's why he's never married. It's true. When he gets asked the question, does this dress make my ass look fat? He's like, can I be honest? Not only does your ass look fat, but your sister is more attractive than you. Do you know what I don't like about American Idol? It's a little bit of a problem I have with it. It kind of interferes with my enjoyment of the show. What I don't like is the music. I've got nothing against the performers. They're all adorable, of course, especially cute little David, who lost to Big Beardy David last time. By the way, Big Beardy David, 27? Come on. That guy was 50 if he was a day. Anyway, to me, it's the music that's crap. It's all that vocal gymnastics, all that... Oh, knock it off! They're either singing like that or they do the big gruff voices like in the commercials. You know, they're like I enjoy American eggs. The music in American Idol is bland. It's like elevator music, except it's worse because you don't get all the enjoyment of a ride on an elevator. The only reason it gets popular is because it's the only music on TV. Now, listen, I don't want to blow my own trumpet, although I could if I wanted. Thanks to Kundalini Yoga, but I don't want to... But it is my belief that the only place you can see decent music on TV is late night talk shows. Because MTV doesn't play music anymore. American Bandstand was cancelled. Soul Train's gone. Solid Gold. The Menudo Channel. Que lástima. I don't know what I said. Do you know what the other thing I don't like about American Idol is that it ruins the future chances of the people who fail. I mean, look, if you embarrass yourself on Idol, it's not the same as embarrassing yourself in the middle of the night here on CBS. People will see this. American Idol doesn't give you a chance to fail before you find your voice. You know, if you're a performer, you should be failing on stage for about 5 years. It makes you better. I mean, the first 5 years of this show were terrible. We're still on year 4. But I predict by year 6 we'll be all right. All right, I gotta take a break. We'll take a break. We'll be right back with more show. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the big show. Well, it's not the big show. American Idol's the big show. Welcome back to A Show. Welcome back to A Show that's on in the middle of the night and is a handy alternative to the infomercial. By the way, we're giving away a lot of these cups tonight. I don't know if you've seen them. These cups, they've got the Late Late Show with Greg Ferguson written. Actually, we're not. This is the only one we have. I'm not kidding. We don't get cups. All right, I can't be messing around here selling you stuff that I don't have. Do we? I'm not made off. Do we have time for an infomercial?
Always talk to answer an email. Gotta, hey, email. Anarchy.
I guess. I said, do we have time for an infomercial? And then the email jingle came up, which can only tell you one thing. Everybody's as drunk as usual. All right, this is from Chad in Phoenix, Arizona. I was in Phoenix at the weekend. I drove there. It's a 6-hour drive. It's a 6-hour drive from LA to Phoenix. It's meant to be 8 hours, but not if you break the law. Breaking the law, breaking the law. Is it AC/DC that sang Breaking the Law? Breaking the law, breaking the law. I can't remember. AC/DC are the one where they have this 60-year-old guy dressed up as a schoolboy. Nothing says rock and roll like that. Bruce Springsteen does not sing Breaking the Law, breaking the law. Judas Priest? Oh, yeah, all right. No, I know what I'm going to have put in my special old guy underwear. A hearing aid. Judas Priest were the ones, are they the ones, dirty deeds and they're done dirt cheap? Oh, that's AC/DC. Who's that? That's, oh, shut up. Anyway, this is from Chad in Phoenix, Arizona. I was there at the weekend. I like Phoenix, Arizona, except in the summer. Because when you go to Phoenix, Arizona in the summer, if you open the door, dead. Dead! Like, you know in old movies when Dracula gets hit by sunlight? That's what it's like for a regular human in Phoenix, Arizona during the summer. He just goes and... It's ridiculous. It's like the surface of planet Mars. With a casino. Anyway, I don't know if they've got a casino in Phoenix. Have they got a casino? Yeah, good for them. Some place to go that's nice and cool during the summer. Anyway, Chad says, hey, Craig, I'm a chemistry student, and I have a chemistry joke for you. Oh, great. What do you do with a dead chemist? Bury him. Wish Chad had gone outside during the summer. You wouldn't have to bury him, just sweep him up. Because he would get... Oh, never mind. This is from Tim in Houston. Tim says, dear Craig, why do ancient Romans in TV and movies have an English accent? You know, this is true. This is an epidemic amongst movies. It is, you know, every time you see, hello, sir, I am from ancient Rome. Really? I think Rome's in Italy. But it's not so menacing when a guy goes, hey, what's the coming to go? I'm a Caesar. Hey, what's up, Hack-in-a-Bush? Okay, Hack-in-a-Bush. Now I'm gonna conquer all of this land over here. Whereas Whereas, if you do it in an English accent, I'm going to conquer all of this over here. I don't know. I think it's because when they're trying to... bad guys, particularly if they want to make somebody bad, they have them have an English accent. And this is very simple to explain this. This is because the English are bastards. All right, they're not. This is from Connie, who's an American in Mannheim in Germany. Mannheim as opposed to Anaheim, which is in California. Disneyland is in California. Berlin is in Germany. Disneyland and Berlin, very different, of course. One's an entire place put together by... No, actually, I better not. Connie says, hey, Craigsy, why do we sometimes feel like we are falling just before sleep? Is that why they call it falling asleep? Yeah, that's why we call it falling asleep. I don't think you're an American. I think you're a German. Masquerading as an American to further the cause of your government. Who won the World Series in 1958? Who did win the World Series in 1958? AC/DC. Are we out of time? I don't care. All right, this is from Ryan in Stratford in Connecticut. Oh, Connecticut. Sometimes I watch your show, Craig, usually when I'm having Grey Poupon. Or playing a Roman in a movie. That's right, everyone in Connecticut is English for some reason. I was at an ice rink in Central Park the other day and I noticed that even the Zamboni had Trump's name on it. How messed up is that? You're right, that Trump is everywhere. Zamboni should have Zamboni written on it. You know who's Zamboni? You know why it's called Trump? Because it sounds more menacing to be Trump rather than Zamboni. That's all I got. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
If your life leaves you with questions, seek advice from under the sea. Dear Aquaman, please give your advice to me, Aquaman.
Welcome! It is I, Aquaman, here with advice from the deep. I'm sorry, it's a bit stormy today. Oh, thank you, my fishy friend. Knock it off. All right, here is the letter. Dear Aquaman, I would like to be more experimental in bed. What should I do? Well, try dating an octopus. 8 arms, suction cups, and a beak. The possibilities are endless. Also, octopuses are renowned sluts.
That's not true. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. And I would just like to take this moment to apologise to octopus Americans. Who are, of course, not sluts. Well, one of them is. You know who I'm talking about. I'm kidding, octopuses don't watch this show. They live underwater. Most of them, anyway. The one I'm talking about lives in Vegas. And isn't really an octopus. Anyway, look. My first guest... I made myself laugh, nobody else, but I did. My first guest tonight is an award-winning actress. She's in a movie that's in French. It's called I've Loved You So Long. It's in theaters right now. Take a look at this.
Vous êtes tous des vivants, des bien vivants! De ceux qu'on vient à détester! Pour ceux qui sont! Pour le simple fait qu'ils sont là!
Mais pourquoi tu ne l'as pas dit? Pourquoi? J'étais là, moi! On était là! On aurait pu t'aider, faire quelque chose!
M'aider à quoi? M'aider à quoi? Vous auriez pu faire quoi?
Please welcome Kristin Scott Thomas, everybody. Welcome, my dear, welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome, and may I say how very French you appear to be in this film.
Yes, I have my French moments.
Are you, do you consider yourself French? You've lived in France for a long time.
I mean,
haven't
I've lived there for such a long time now. I suddenly woke up one day and thought, I've got to stop being English now living in France. I've now lived in France for such a long time, I've got to be French who grew up in England.
Right. You know, because if you talk with an English accent, people think you're Roman.
I heard that, yeah.
That's true, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
People think you're Roman or evil or both.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which part of France do you live in? Do you live in Paris?
I live in Paris.
I
yeah.
love Paris.
Yes, it's a great city.
It's very nice. They have very tasty baked goods there.
They do. Dangerously tasty.
Yeah, I would be very fat if I lived in Paris. You are remarkably thin. Do you enjoy the
baked goods?
Yes.
Yeah, I do enormously.
Yeah. No, I like them a lot. Yeah, no, they're very nice. And you were at the Golden Globes the other night?
Yes.
Yeah, how was that? Yeah, I know. Well, it was good. The 9 hours that we watched on television were... It goes on, doesn't it?
Yeah, a little lengthy.
Yeah.
But fun.
Really fun? I don't know. Do you like all that Hollywood stuff? I mean, if you're French... Yeah, I know. If you're French, you like, you know, kind of cynicism and grumpiness.
Yes,
you don't want all that.
Yeah, no, I do like that. I like grumpiness. I'm very good at grumpiness.
Yeah. But you're French. Yeah.
No, I mean it's fun. You know, you get all dolled up and.
Well, you can do that at home.
Yeah, but
in fact, I was at home all dolled up. It could have been me. I always say, wearing my dress as that bitch Winslet takes another one.
I know.
Yeah. Now, what about when you think? Do you think in English or do you think in French?
It depends who I'm talking to. At the moment, I'm thinking in octopus.
Octopus.
It depends where I am, who I'm talking to, that kind of thing.
Really? Because I've spent quite a lot of time in France. I used to spend a lot of time in Paris. Actually, I had a friend there who wasn't an octopus.
Really?
Lady. I don't wish to brag. But, do you find French men attractive? Because they're quite small and bad-tempered, really, most of the time, aren't they?
Yeah, they are, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, people think the French are rude. I don't think they're... I've never found them rude. I don't think there's got a whole set of manners that they like to follow, and if you don't follow them, they get upset. Don't you think that's the way it is?
I think you can say whatever you like as long as you put Madame or Monsieur behind it. Like, what side of the bed did you get out on this morning, Madame? Is fine. You know, you can be.
That's
you can
not
get
a
away
particularly
with
nasty thing
to say. No, it isn't. I mean, on television, you know.
Yeah, right. Oh, it's all right. It's not really television. It's the middle of the night on CBS. It's kind of just an infomercial that say we don't have anything. I have a cup over there, but you can't have it. So that's pretty much it. Now, I know your sister a little bit, Serena.
Yeah.
I know you know your sister's name, but I'm just reminding.
Well, I have two. It could have been one of.
Right. What was the other one's name?
Samantha.
I don't know her.
No.
Do you get along with Serena then?
Very well, thank you.
Really? Yeah, good. I sat next to her on a plane once from London.
And she complained about me all the way.
No, actually, no. She was... I can't remember what she was talking about. I tell you what she was talking about. This is true. We actually were sitting behind Michael Caine and his wife. And Michael Caine... This is before he went to space. Michael Caine... from London to Los Angeles, the whole way, talked to his wife non-stop. He's going, "Yeah, do you remember that bloke we met? That lovely... Yeah, that's lovely. Do you remember that? And then do you remember we went down and we had sausages at that little cafe, and then you went over and then you had that tea, and then I hurt my hip, and then we had to come back, and 9.5 hours! He talked the whole way across, and I was sitting with Serena behind me going, "So Michael Caine can go on a bit, can't he?" Do you know Michael Caine?
No, I don't.
Really?
But I'm learning more by the minute.
I know a French actor, Checky Cario. Do you know Checky?
Oh, yes.
He lives in Paris.
Yeah.
Do you get
Quite
along
a lot
with him?
of French actors do live in Paris.
Really? Well, I don't. I imagine it's a good career move if you're a French actor.
Yeah, it's not so good if you're an English actress.
Really? No, you do
What am I
great.
saying?
No, you do great over
doing
there.
all right, yeah.
Yeah. Do you enjoy the French rock music?
No, that's going too far.
Yeah, it is. I wonder what they the impasse is with the French and rock music. I mean, they can do everything else so well, and then rock music, you know... It just
it's awful, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It really is. Just
although
boring.
French rap
is quite good.
Really good. MC Solar, have you heard MC Solar?
Yes, I have. But
Fantastic.
I don't think does he count?
Yeah. Does he what?
Does he count? I thought they thought of him as being rather sort of...
well, it's in French. That's enough for me.
Yeah, I think he's not counted in the sort of rap thing. I think he's what they call variété française.
Oh, what does that mean?
Means kind of like sort of entertainment type rap rather than
rather than gangster rap. I didn't
political, you know, all that kind of thing. I'm getting out of my depth.
No, I think you're just where you want to be, talking about the state of popular French rap music. This is good. Now tell me a little bit about the film as well. This the film that's in
well,
French.
it's in French,
right?
And it's difficult to talk about. It's about a woman who comes out of prison and reunites with her sister.
Is there a women's prison scene at the beginning?
No, there isn't, I'm afraid. I'm sorry to disappoint.
I'm shocked, given that it's a French movie. Frankly, I'm shocked.
No, there's actually no nudity in this film.
But I thought you were trying to sell the damn thing. Come on.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm not sure that would sell it for me, but never mind. Anyway, where do we get to? Yes, so it's and it's a really gorgeous story about this woman sort of unfolding and warming in the love of her family, because she comes out and she's a broken woman. And
is it based on the life of Martha Stewart?
Loosely. And can I carry on? Or are you gonna, okay. And anyway, so but what's interesting about this film is it's a small French film shot in Nancy, which is another city in France, which you probably never heard of, but it's...
I have heard of it. It's actually spelled Nancy.
It is spelled Nancy, which gives British people a great laugh.
Oh, it's the funniest joke in Britain.
Yep.
Yeah.
And this film is done really well all over the world, because it's one of these extraordinary French exports. It's just amazing how...
A universal story, that's what you need.
A universal story, and it's really heartwarming how people are just being... completely moved and bowled over by the story.
Is that what you do now? You try and find yourself a film where do you care whether it's in English and French, or is it all about the emotional core? Huh? Oh, I do this all the time. Yeah, it's to give the impression that I know what I'm talking about. I learned it in a Trump seminar thing, a learning annex. You know, think big, kick ass. I got nothing to say, but I'm going to say it with purpose.
Right. What was it?
It was. Do you prefer a movie to be, if you're looking for a script, in English or in French, or does it not matter to you?
Well, it doesn't really matter, because it's about the story, really. Right. I have a sort of geographical problem, because I do like to stay at home sometimes. You know, work from home rather than work the other side of the world.
Well, you're going to be limited pretty much to French then. But that's all right. Do you do theatre in France?
No, I don't do theatre in France, but I do it elsewhere.
In French?
No, in English. Is this getting too confusing?
Not for me, but a lot of the people watching the show are high.
Right, okay.
And the only reason they're watching is they can't operate the remote. So we have to think of them, Kristin. We really do.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
It's very simple. So I do theatre in London, and I've done a play on Broadway.
Do you take, when you work in London, do you take the Channel Tunnel on the train?
Yes, I love it.
It's fantastic,
yeah, it's
isn't
brilliant.
it?
It's the best
love
thing.
that.
Yeah,
I was on it once and there was a murder.
No.
But I thought it would be, it'd be a good place for a murder if I was to kill someone.
Yeah.
Well, it's a very Agatha Christie thing, is what I'm saying. The train goes from London to Paris. People are wearing hats with netting.
No, they're not.
They were on the one I was on.
No, I think you'd have to be a quick murderer, because it's really, really fast, the train.
Well, you don't want to draw this kind of thing out, do you? You can't poison someone on a train. I mean, it would have to be, you'd have to be there for days. No, a quick stab or something. That's what you want.
Very Roman.
Yeah, Roman. That's going to be. Aha! I knew it was you. You had an English accent. Well, we're out of time, but it's lovely to meet you.
And you.
Yeah. Well, say hi to Serena when you're talking
I will.
to her, will you?
I will.
And when you're back in Paris, do you ever go to? There's a very nice place to get baked goods on the Rue de Vaugirard.
Yes.
You know the Rue de Vaugirard?
The best croissant in Paris.
I think so.
They got their médaille d'argent because they give medals for croissants in France.
Yes! You know the place that's right next to Rue Cassette on the
I know
corner
exactly what
of
you're
the
talking
Jardin de
about,
Luxembourg.
yeah.
Right there!
Yeah, it's
that's
very
the
good.
best. That's the best croissant in Paris, right
It's
there.
true. It says so on the door.
I know, and I've tasted it. It's delicious.
It's true.
Yeah, I know. Good time. Kristin Scott Thomas, everybody. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the big show where we celebrate Parisian baked goods. Although I have to say, on behalf of the CBS Corporation and myself, you can't get better than American baked goods. Although they were our allies during the war, I don't know. Anyway, my next guest is an actor who stars in Fringe, which airs on Tuesdays on the great Fox network. Take a look at this.
What I want to know is what they wanted from you.
Well, who cares about me? I want to know who's next.
I care about you. If we can figure out why they needed you, then maybe we can figure out who's next.
Well, I'm going to keep looking for someone who's connected to Kinberg and Simon.
She is beautiful, isn't she?
Who?
The slug.
I liked that. Please welcome Josh Jackson, everybody. Josh Jackson. Welcome, Josh.
Thank you.
How are you, my friend?
I am excellent, thank you.
Really, you look well. I'm very impressed by that slug in the Fringe show there.
I forget sometimes just how really, truly disgusting my show is.
No, it's not. No, it's not disgusting. It's lovely. That young lady was very attractive.
She's a very attractive young lady.
And that older gentleman, he's quite good looking if you're into that type of thing. But the
We have something for everybody.
But the slug, that's not a real
For the
slug.
slugophiles out there.
Right. Do you know anything about slugs?
No.
Okay.
You?
Yes.
on the slugs?
Yes, I used to live in Paris. And
See, that's funny. I heard you moved there for the baked goods.
I did. I went there for baked goods and slugs.
And slugs.
Yeah, they have a
They
very
go well
interesting
together.
collection. The slugs gather around. Do you know anything about Paris?
I live there half the time, actually, yeah.
You do know.
Yeah, yeah, true.
Really?
Though, I have to say the best French baked goods are in London at the Bon Marché. That's where you get the best croissants.
No, man. You're right. If you go to London, you think you're in ancient Rome. That's what I always think.
Sure, all those togas and croissants.
That's right.
Crazy.
Welcome to the great majesty of, actually, it's London. And they don't have gladiators, although they do in a bar that I used to go to.
Underground, togas, thongs.
You know the one?
Absolutely.
Yeah. But so you live half of the time in Paris?
Yeah, well, I fell in love, which was the good thing.
French lady?
With a
gentleman?
German lady who... You never know these days.
Well, you don't, no.
But she lives in Paris, so that was the other great thing that came out of the falling in
Wow,
love bit.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And so you have this transcontinental love affair.
Yeah.
Very
yeah.
nice.
It works out pretty well.
Do you ever take the train from London to Paris?
I have. The channel.
I've done that. There was a murder on it when I was on it.
Really? Oh, I missed that portion earlier.
Yeah,
Maybe it was
no,
when
no.
I was standing backstage.
No, there wasn't a murder. I just
Petting
thought
my slug.
It would be a good place. Is that how you stroke your slug?
Yeah, absolutely. International sign of...
International sign of slug whatever.
stroke.
Anyway, the train then. You get the train from London to Paris?
I absolutely do.
Really?
Yeah.
It's great that, isn't it?
It is fantastic.
Yeah. Are
Yeah.
you a fan of trains?
I am a fan of trains. We don't have much of them over here, so it's a novelty anytime you go on the other side of the Atlantic.
Do you find yourself speaking French when you're in France? Are you good at it?
No.
Ah.
You know, in most places you go, if you try and futz your way through their language, you sort of get like well, at least you tried. I've never found that to be the case
French
in France.
hate you. Yeah. When
I
you try
speak
to
English, you are killing me with this...
you can't even say
It
poo
is
in
like
France.
the dagger
Yeah,
in
no.
my eye when you speak with this accent.
Yeah, no, they get very upset about it. Yeah. What I like to do is, rather than speak French, I just do a bad French comedy accent. That's what
they love that.
Yeah.
They just
Hello,
think that-
how are you? They love that.
Oh, Mr. Greg,
if you're
come in.
visiting France in the next couple of weeks, try that out. They love
They
that.
love that. And order a hamburger loudly. They think that's hilarious.
That's right. Do you enjoy hamburgers?
I do enjoy hamburgers, as
Really?
a matter of fact.
Where's
In
the
fact,
best hamburger?
Well, see, there's a topic of much debate about this. And one of the guys who is my boss, a guy named Brian Burke, he works at Bad Robot. You should send him...
Bad Robot?
Yeah, who's the company that makes my show. And
Right.
he's
Is there
on
a good
quest.
robot? What?
He's on a quest for the best burger. So I think if you write to him at Bad Robot and find him the best burger joint in America, I'll get a raise. So I'd like to start that.
Well, everybody thinks they know the
campaign
best
right
burger
now.
joint in America.
I know they do, but it's not.
Well, where's
always true.
yours then?
Well, I just moved to New York for this show. The best one that I've found, honestly, is in the Parker Meredith Hotel. It's way uptown. It's this weird little thing. There's the check-in right here, and then right next to it, there's a brown curtain. And behind that brown curtain is the best $5 burger you're ever going to get. I swear to you.
the brown curtain.
Behind the brown curtain. With the gladiators in the toga. And they all speak in English accents.
Yeah, I'll bet they do. Yeah. Welcome to the other side of the brown curtain.
Oh, my mother's going to be so proud of that one.
No, you know where the best ones you can get in LA, if you're ever visiting here? Wolfgang Puck's places.
No, come on.
Yes, because Wolfgang Puck makes these mini burgers, which not only do they taste delicious, but when you hold them, your hand is like a giant's hand.
And you know what they say?
Yeah, big hand. So you
Small
go,
burgers.
hi, ladies. Yeah. Who's the Whopper now, bitch? See what I'm saying? I'm sorry. You know
I'll have
what?
to check it out.
I said bitch there. I feel bad. I think that's a very aggressive
I'm on.
word. No, I'm sorry. I feel I should. Do you beat that? Please do. I feel terrible
You
about
don't
it.
beat bitch? Really?
No. They beat though.
Yeah, definitely.
Just to keep you straight, in case you know, in case you were thinking of dropping it into the conversation, you know.
Okay, good.
It's
That's
probably
off the
best
list.
not to. Yeah.
Copy that.
That's the thing. Are you allowed to say cuss words on your show?
Absolutely not.
All right. No.
But you'd think they would, honestly. I mean, if you saw that slug pop out of a guy's
The first
eyeball,
thing I'd
it'd be
say
like,
would
what
be,
the
yeah. You can't say that on this show. Yeah. No, you can't.
Really?
No, you can't. No, there'll be all sorts of trouble. They won't let me sell my cup. But the French show is doing fantastically well, isn't it?
Yeah, we're doing.
Yeah.
We knock on wood. We're doing very well. We're
I
back
do
in
that a
couple
lot,
weeks.
actually.
Yeah, no, it's just to make sure it's still there.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah,
So what
we're
about
off
this
to a
French
good
girl? Are
start.
you going to marry her, do you think?
Well, she's German. The French girl I don't talk about.
She's German and she lives in Paris?
Yeah.
That's
yeah, I
kinda-
know. It's too easy, really.
When
you
did
can
she
make
get
that
there?
joke.
Did her family move there some time ago?
Second generation.
Yeah, really, yeah. My parents moved here in the 40s. Yeah,
Rents were cheap.
yeah.
Love
that's
was
right,
in the
yeah.
air.
Well, we're out of time here, but will you come back and see us again?
Absolutely.
All right. The very, very lovely Josh Jackson, everybody. We'll be right back.
What did we learn on the show tonight, Greg?
Well, here's what we learned on the show. We learned that this is the international sign for stroking your slug. Like, if I was a Bond villain, I would have a slug as my pet. And I would speak with an English accent, of course, as well. Welcome, Mr. Bond. Please pay no attention to my slug. Desmond. Do you like my hollowed-out volcano, Mr. Bond? Yeah, no. We also learned that Kristin Scott Thomas speaks in French but thinks in octopus. And I think that's all we learned. We also learned that this cup is not for sale. Good night, everybody. See you tomorrow.